All right. Okay, so you guys can hear me now. Okay, so um I think around this time, 7, 8 o'clock, we were talking about how price is distributing. If we take a look at the 4 hour, right, we have some liquidity at the top that we wanted to, look at because of this 4 hour range. And then you can see that price broke structure out of here. So probably be looking for some type of redistribution. Like I said, it might come down to here and play a big role. But at this time, we're talking about how price could potentially accumulate from here. If not, um, do this, come back up, distribute out here, and go down. Right. Um, Earlier this morning, we did have some type of reaccumulation here, right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low. Price did break. It broke up, and then price just failed, creating new lower low, lower high, lower low. Broke up here, right? And currently it gave a nice accumulation out of here. Um, Going what lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price is blasted up from there, right? You couldn't even catch the trade, and if you did, you probably would have got it right here, honestly. But you know, um, blasted up, and it's still creating higher highs and higher lows. So potentially, what we want to see is some type of redistribution out of the 5 minute for DXY. Now, speaking on that, right? We did play this play. This did go about 1 to 2, and we did get stopped out here. We did talk about at the time. Um, we saw that this price is accumulated because down here we know that 1 minute, okay, that 1 minute gave a beautiful accumulation with the 5 minute down here, boom, came, right? And what we talked about was um around this time, uh, you can see price coming down the counter trend, creating lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, broke structure, came back down, broke structure again, right? And then price broke structure down here, creating lower low. And same thing right here, right? Price accumulated up, breaking structure, and just continuing on pushing up further and further, right? And now, right, you can clearly see that there's some breaking structure here, and price came up and distributed there, like we talked about, her high, her low, her high, break. Price came right there, and then price came down. You can see that there was still bullish action here. Well, bearish action, right? But price just accumulated more, created a new high, and it just kept going down from here, right? So, our eyes are still on this area potentially, and then also we got this area now, right? So potentially you might get something like this, boom, boom, and potentially coming back up, taking out this high, or even going for something, you know, further. Okay. Um, GJ just, it left us in the dust. Okay. What we previously talked about was, um, right here on the 11th, right? We wanted to see some type of distribution, which it did not give, right? It just went through, right? We said that 15-minute accumulated, 1 minute accumulated here. We talked about, hey, well, this price didn't break structure, but it did accumulate here. Boom, right? So if you took this long position, right, because based off of the 15-minute, it was in there, okay? If you took that, which I didn't, that'll be a 1 in 30, ladies and gents. One and done. All right. Um, yeah, that was clean. And then we have a couple plays here about GJ, right? You can see the 5 minute, well, it was a 1 minute distribution. If you're looking at it. You have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is higher high. So all this was a 1 minute distribution, um, right here, and it came back up, broke structure, came back down in the counter trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, broke structure, came back again, right? Let's move that out the way, and then boom, it just blasted up from there. See that? Play that, boom. Now you're all up in the high. So what potentially could happen is, right, looking at the 15-minute or 5 minute structure, price could potentially accumulate out of this area, right? If it doesn't, then we're probably gonna be looking for some distribution, come back up in the counter trend, and then boom, right, securing some lows, some trend lines, some liquidity, all that stuff that was created below there. Gold, we did call out gold. We wanted to see some type of reaccumulation out of there, but it came back down in counter, lower low, lower high, lower low. Price did break, and it did give another opportunity right here. So if you played that, I don't think I was up around this time. I fell asleep, but if you did play that, right, clean opportunity, boom, put it below the low, boom, right, you got a 1 to 6, right, and it's a kept accumulating, creating higher highs, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, break. So what could potentially happen is later on today is that price comes back up here. It doesn't have to come back all the way in there, right? Because this is where it sold off right there. Price doesn't have to go all the way inside. It can go up in there and then, right? And play that higher high, higher low. So right now is just creating structure plays until we get some type of distribution out here. Then it can just keep on going up, right? Besides that, if we get something like this, I'll be interested in selling, going for these lows, potentially even lower, right? Because you got the 1 hour constantly coming down here and, play that section there, okay? And that's, oh man, it's kind of annoying, right? I called this out early. I don't know where I did it. Gave that. Oh, we had the 1 hour range around this time. Price was dropping. I said I didn't really see anything potentially accumulation out of here, because of the 1 hour range, and you can clearly see that we have some beautiful structure. Right, you have a beautiful structure coming down here, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. We were talking about if price closed below here, then yeah, we'll take it. But prices end up blasting through here, right? And what had happened was, right, you can see the structure just kept going up, which is why it's so important to follow structure. Right, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And it just kept going up until boom, right here, right? It broke structure there, boom, and then create lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Where actually this was the lower high and it broke structure right there. As soon as it did that, ladies and gents, that was our opportunity. Right, close, boom. That's when we should have entered. I wasn't looking at this time. I was busy. Anyways, that trade went up for as of right now, it's a 1 to 8, which is pretty clean. Right. We're taking a look at GR, right? Clean opportunity at the open of the market, London session, gave it, right, and it kept blasting up, giving about a 1 to 6. Couldn't even make it a little bit smaller, right? And then price came back down into this right here, and it just gave it, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, break, and it went all the way up. It came back down, right? Could you put your stop loss there? You took another opportunity there. and hit about 1 to 4 over time. So at the current moment, higher high, higher low, right? I really don't see anything for this one. I do want to see some type of distribution. So higher high, higher low, higher high. I do want to see distribution above the high. So I'm not interested in keep on buying until we start dropping, coming to here, possibly accumulate to continue higher, or coming at a lower discount. Come clean these up. Okay. But yeah, that's it. Nothing's really playing right now. Oh, where's silver? I knew I'm missing one. Uh, I knew I was missing one, but okay. Yeah, silver. Okay, silver was pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie. Like two opportunities. I did play this one here. Reason being, um, oh yeah, earlier we were talking about how price could potentially come down to here and accumulate, but price didn't come back down at this time, right? It just kept coming, going up and up. I did want to play this one, but it just left me in the dust. And it gave another structure, higher, high, higher, low, came back down, right? If you take a look at the 1 minute, right, pretty clean. You can see higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Price broke, went lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, and it broke structure here. Okay, gave you a clean opportunity, came back into this imbalance, and it blasted up, which was nice. I targeted the high, so I didn't really hold mines, and I was about a 1 to 4. But it even gave you another opportunity here because you got the 15-minute accumulation. It went higher, high, higher, low, and it came back down in a 1 minute counter trend. Right, creating lower, low, lower, higher, low, low. Price broke, came right here. I did take this right here. I did play this play, and yeah, first it went to a 1 to 3, and then it came back down here, and I was just trailing it, and I got stopped out right here because I just wanted to play it right. So I got stopped out on 1 to 3 right there. I usually go break even. I just don't know how to secure partials on that other account for some odd reason. Some odd stuff. But higher high, higher low, higher high, price did break. As of right now, it's probably gonna distribute for a little bit, right? Because you got this breaker structure and I can't grab it. There we go. You got this breaker structure, lower low, lower high, coming back up in the contract. And now it looks like it might be distributing a little bit more, but we'll see if it creates a new low. Probably enter right here. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to come on here and update you guys because we were talking about a couple of things here. So yeah, hold on 1 sec. Hey, sorry.
Hey, how you doing? It's Andrew, right?
Hey, this so I wanted to talk to you about PSDs. I kind of wanted to see like where you stand with those PSDs.
With the what?
PSDs. Because I talked to
Oh,
Chief Samps about it, and he said that he was working with you.
yeah, what about it?
Are you creating those packets?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? What it's about? Let me see. The fuel. I think it's. Let me look here. Chief Samps. He said that there is a couple of fuel hoses, and bean covers.
Yeah.
Are you tracking about that?
So that we have some new houses on Fireliners, yeah.
Are you? Do you? Did you update me on that? What's what's going on with that?
as those houses are to be turned in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know who.
Okay, so I wanted to get back with you guys here, right? Price broke structure here, distributed, and then came back down here, right? Boom, distributed, right? What you could have seen was price came back up here, boom. Higher high. I think I already talked about this. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Price just broke, right? And it didn't come back for an opportunity here. And I think it came up in a counter trend here. You could have played this, but it wasn't clean enough for me. But yeah, I mean, really is this kind of like a adjustment for the market, right? Really the clean play for me was this one. I wish I caught that. I would have played that. And yeah, GJ blasted up. You play this. This is nice. Congrats. Go. Same thing. Yeah, it's distributing now. So yeah, playing the game. Right. So came up here, distributed. So next little area to be looking at is here for potential distribution. So played it. Hey, already. As of right now, I don't see anything besides those. And yeah, anybody got questions? I don't think I have. I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm here to help. No, I did take a couple losses today. Due to not being observant or patient. It's like I'm not perfect, but I do see it. Any questions, comments, concerns? Really clean plays today. Especially this one right here. That was pretty clean. It went higher high, higher low, higher high. Price came back down in that area. Boom, broke structure, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then what? Boom, right there. Clean up. Right? Done for the day. anything. I think really the selling opportunity might be here, right? The last push up. If you want to play this, you can. Where would I target though? Um, Let's take a look at ICE. Right. I don't really see no targets here, and I don't plan on. Whoa, well, it is above a high. Most of the majority of the targets are down here. Like if you open up, then now you can target this right here, this low down in here, because you got higher high, higher low. This is the last area. Oh, here's an imbalance. Is that an imbalance? No, it's not an imbalance. Yeah, everything's all balanced price action here. So really, just it might come down lower down here. So yeah, that'd be interesting. See that play out. Now it's coming down into bearish action, lower low, lower high, lower low. Just keep on playing it till price does something else. Price can actually accumulate from here. So yeah. If price closed below here for Nash, you might be looking for some type of redistribution. Anything else? And he just gave you a cleanup. Lower low, lower high. I probably need to start going live with you guys. Blender session pops. Like live blender sessions. And y'all see me trade live. But alright, y'all. I have nothing else. This is the opportunity that I would take, right? Because it's coming down in structure, right? So, yeah, unless something accumulates here, and otherwise we'll take that down to there. Any questions? I don't think nobody's on here. Yeah, nobody's here. I'm gonna keep posting too. Yeah, there's nothing. There's really no plays here. Yeah, nothing. All talked about areas. Many already gave you 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities, plays. Just have to be there. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.